today's episode, we're going to talk about breaking through the noise, the digital noise especially, and talk about marketing during a pandemic. Like I stated, I think in the first episode, this is going to be a long-term issue that sticks with us. So we've kind of, the pendulum swung one way and everybody was talking about it, right? Like I'm sure, Takia, you got that deluge of emails about what we're
Mhm,
doing during COVID
mhm.
from people you haven't heard from in forever. And I think it's starting to come back. The pendulum is starting to come back, but what that means is that it may even swing so far over that people try and stop talking about it completely. So I'm curious to know what's different for you in terms of marketing when compared with, February, January, December 2019.
I think what's different is that you actually have people watching. So before COVID, before we were all in some state of lockdown, people were bombarded with life. And so, especially because most of us are doing a lot of our marketing on social media. Before this, like people had other things, like they were out, outside, they were working, they were, they had
Events.
like 80, yes, they had 80 million other things pulling at their attention and then trying to vie for, their eye and just some of their undivided attention. Well, what I found is when the pandemic hit and as we've been progressing through it, people are all they have is their phones. All they have in their connection to the world is social media. Like that's all that I mean, that's how we're talking and communicating with each other. They have Zoom, you know what I mean? They're doing TikToks, they're on YouTube, yeah. And so what I found was that I needed to make sure that I was staying relevant in those spaces. And I didn't choose every space. Like, you don't have to be on every social media platform. You
Right.
choose the platforms where your customers are. So my customers are predominantly on Instagram and Facebook. And
Mm-hmm.
so I stay between Instagram and Facebook. And I do not, and it may not be that way for everybody, but for me, I do not talk pandemic. I don't. I don't talk about anything, you know what I mean? Because I found that my customers want a relief from it. They want a minute
Uh-huh.
where they don't have to be reminded that, you know what I mean, I'm stuck in the house. You know what I mean? I might have lost my job. You know what I mean? The news is telling me that we might not be going. You know what I mean? They didn't want to hear that. They wanted some semblance of normality. They wanted a way to get outside and just have a good time and laugh, and you know what I mean, and chit chat. So what I did was I started doing lives. I would go on live and I would do my makeup and we would just have a good time. Like we would just laugh and joke and and I would make jokes and I would talk about how I mess up all the time. I would joke about having a high now. I gotta teach some kids that I'm I don't teach an 8-year-old. I don't know how that works, but just making sure that you just kind of give people some relief. So figuring out what your market needs, and like I said, each business is different. So my market needed a relief. They needed some time, like a respite. They needed time away, and makeup gave them that. For you, it might be like if you have a food business, it may be showing people how they can cook what you used to cook in a restaurant at home. Like they love coming to you to get it, so let me teach you how. And I'm gonna tell you, ain't nobody gonna do it as good as you do it. So you're not gonna lose business, and that's the thing, we got to get outside of that. You're not gonna lose business because you taught somebody how to make it.
That's
If
the
anything, you're
truth.
gonna gain business because now they want you. They like mine didn't taste like the one you made, so as soon as this is over, I'm coming to get yours. You got to think about that.
Yeah.
Like I can teach people to do makeup all day long, but you still want that, somebody to do it for you. You want to be pampered. So that's what
Right.
I'm doing.
That is absolutely true, and that is something that's been true um even before this. So most of my clients, it's not that they aren't smart enough, to learn how to do what I do, because they definitely are. I primarily work with consultants and professional service
Mhm.
businesses. So they're more than smart enough, capable. They're usually good writers in the first
Mhm.
place, usually. It's that they don't have the time or don't want to spend the time on it. So what they actually want is proof that they can trust me to do it, and do it the way that, even if it's not the way that they would do it in a way that would still provide success. And that's typically what they're looking for. So I could cover my website in all of my secrets and it would make no difference. So when I do things like webinars or when I do interviews myself, I don't hold back. I'll tell you all the things, because either
Mhm.
you want to do it yourself and maybe you have in-house people so you were never going to hire me, or you don't have the budget. So again, like, that wouldn't be a partnership that we would have necessarily. But it doesn't hurt me at all to tell you all of the things.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that is
and
such
it,
a good point. Yeah, and
yeah,
I would love to be able to cook some of the
yeah,
food
but see, that's
that
the
I get in
thing.
restaurants, but that's not my
That's not,
talent.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I tell people all the time, one, either you're as a business owner, either you're going to pay with time or you're going to pay with money. So you
That's
have to
right.
decide which one you're willing to pay for. And and so a lot of times, and I tell people, especially business owners, you need to set your hourly rate. How much are you worth an hour? So if I'm saying that me, Takia Ross, I'm worth $50 an hour. If you want me, like me, I'm $50 an hour. Why are you doing a job that you can pay somebody half of that to do? And then you can go on. So you're still going to make money from paying them, right? Because they're doing a
Yep.
job so when they come out with your new website or your new graphic, or they do your new, copy edits, whatever you're paying somebody to do, right? Once
Yeah.
they're done, you're going to make more money from that, right? So you're going to pay them however much, and then you're going to make however much because that's done. But then too, I'm able to take my $50 an hour self and work on a task that's going to make us more money. So now you have two people working on two different tasks that are both going to make you more money. So either you're going to pay with time or you're going to pay with money. And then people purchase from people they know, love, and trust.
That's
So
right.
if I'm not giving you anything, like if I'm not sharing anything, I don't know you. Like I don't know you. And think about who we purchase from. I purchase from people, and I swear we good friends. Like I know about your kids and stuff. I'd be like, yeah, because her birthday next week, girl, and we going to, just think about how you purchase. You know what I mean? If you're purchasing from somebody and they don't tell you, well, this is how I create, this ponytail, and you need to do, X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to do the ponytail, but I swear I'm going to pay you to do the ponytail because I could never get my ponytail the way you got my. But you have to think about that and stop hoarding information. Don't hoard it. Don't, because you're only hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Proprietary information is a certain, you know what I mean? I'm not saying give out your formulas and, you know what I mean?
Right.
All of that good stuff. I get that. But if it's something as simple as me showing you how I put my makeup on, we don't have the same face. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we don't have the same. So what is it hurting me? Me telling you what products I purchase? It's not hurt. As a matter of fact, you can monetize that. I'm just saying.
That's the truth. And then the other side to that is, what if it's something you can't do, or something that you'd have to invest a lot of time to learn how
Mm-hmm.
to do? So you're operating outside of your area of brilliance. So I often work with clients, again, consultants who could learn it, but how many hours would they have to invest to know search engine optimization the way that I know it, or to write content the way that I write it, and to develop the marketing strategies, learn the ins and outs of things like social media algorithms and search engine algorithms?
Yeah, I'm
How
not
much
doing.
time would they have to invest?
I'm not going to do that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why what I said what I said. I'm not
That's
doing that.
right. Right, like, because
SEO.
who's
That's a
paying
whole.
you, right? Who's paying you to learn that?
No, I'm not doing it. I said it. Pineapples. I'm gonna pay you to do it, and then I'm gonna have you. tell me why I need to have it. Like, excuse me, so tell me exactly why we need to have this like this, okay? And I'm gonna pay you to
Yes.
do it because I watched you on social media for weeks on end talk about it. And so you made yourself a subject matter expert in this particular field. I'm just saying. Like,
Uh,
don't like we holding on to it. That don't. You blocking your own blessing. Somebody
yes.
is gonna pay you for what you have in your head. Like, you don't have to be a workhorse all the time. And I tell women that all the time. You do not have to, don't think that you have to physically be doing manual labor in order for you to be earning a significant income and or revenue. People are willing to pay big money for what you know. And that's it.
Facts. So you mentioned that you discovered your audience wanted relief, right? So my audience wants something a little bit different, which is why I ask these questions, because this is the sort of things my audience wants to know. But how did you go about discovering that? Like, what are your top recommendations for businesses wondering how they should be marketing, right? It's different for different audiences, but how did you figure that out for yourself, for your business?
I just try stuff. I'm being honest. Like, now we have a lot of time on our hands. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Not in that way. Like, we're not bombarded with all of the things that we had to do. Like, now I physically cannot leave the house. I have a non-essential business, you know what I mean? And I cannot open my doors. So those 40 hours a week that I was spending actually providing services, I turned that into almost like a science project. So I started trying stuff. So like, now is the time, and you don't have to spend a lot of money doing it. So what I started doing was, I'm like, okay, for this entire week, I'm going to do videos all week long. Like, I'm going to do a live video all week long, and I'm going to do it at the same time every day. You know what I mean? 5:30. I was there every day, 5:30. And I would go live, and then you need to watch certain things. So you need to set what your goals are. What are your intentions? So with me going live, what was I trying to get out of me going live? For me, I wanted to get more customers to know about my product and to make purchases. So I went live and I talked about my products. I told people how to use it. I showed people how to wear them. I showed people how they could create different looks with them. I taught them some different things. And I started to see increases in sales. Like, people started purchasing. So one, you need to set goals. Like, set, what do you want your customer base to do? Is it buy from you? Is it get email addresses? Are you, what do you want them to do? And then try different things now, especially to see if they, like, if I try doing videos every day, does my engagement go up? You know, am I getting more likes? Am I getting more views? Are people going to my website? Are they giving me their email address? Are they purchasing products? Like, but if you have no clue what you're trying to do with like marketing, like, people think that I'm just going to put this picture out there and I'm marketing. You're not. Like, you're actually just posting a picture. What are you
Yes.
trying to do? Like, you have to be very clear about what you're trying to do. And each time you post everything, like, I know that people make it look like they doing like fun stuff, you know what I mean? And, oh, this is so fun. No, all of it is marketing.
That's
Cardi
right.
B, when she was just doing a video and she was walking in her bikini, and then she showed you how her belly looked right now, that was all marketing. Something else gonna come out. Something else. She wants you to look at her for something. You know what I mean? And you gotta think about that. So set your goals and then monitor why, you know, like, monitor. I want email addresses. How many more email addresses did I get from, you know, last week I had these many. This week I went live, I got an extra 50. Okay, well, this might be something I can keep doing. You know, I got more sales. So I think it's that. I think we need to really use this time to set, and especially in marketing, set your goals, you know, and work hard at it. And don't be, and it's, on social media, we get caught up in the numbers. Like, I only have like three, not only, because I feel like this is a whole lot of good people. You know, I got about 3,000 or some odd, you know, followers. on my Instagram.
I
And
can't
like,
even imagine that. So that's
yeah, I mean,
great.
but but a lot of times people think that you need like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. You do not. You need people that are going to purchase and share. You need a tribe. You don't need 100,000 people and all they doing is liking your stuff, but ain't nobody bought nothing you sold. Like that's not, you're still not going anywhere. You just have a whole 100,000 people looking at you.
That
So
actually ties into the whole influencer issues that we've been seeing, right? Like these influencers will have millions of whatever on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, but and so the companies pay them to sponsor posts or whatever, and then they're like, well, we didn't really get much out of it. And it's like, well, what research did you do on that person? And I talk to clients about this in relation to their website traffic, right? They'll be like, we have like 1 million site views a month, but like it's not converting. It's like, well, you have the wrong traffic, obviously. Like if you're a consulting firm but you accidentally rank for a phrase like how to lose 10 pounds in a month, well, yeah, millions of people are going to end up on your website, but you rank for it because you used it as a metaphor in some of your content or something.
right,
That's not
right.
useful. That's not useful traffic. So you could actually focus your message more, have lower numbers of site traffic, but higher
Yes.
conversions.
Yes. And I think we need to know that. But again, it's just like if you're not taking the time to really research marketing, you know what I mean, and research conversions, you know what I mean, and research what your market wants, then you'll never know. And recognize it's a trial and error. It really is. Like, you know what I mean? Certain things you can get down to a science, you know what I mean? Like this works for this. But knowing what your customer wants, sometimes it takes you to try a few things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And know that they could change their mind.